Let's take a look now at collision domains. Collision domains are a little bit different from broadcast domains. A collision domain is a network segment in which a collision can occur if two or more devices attempt to communicate at the same time. Switches separate collision domains because, as we said, if we had a hub and one device talks, all the devices can hear it. But if we have a switch, one device can talk to another device on that switch, and then a third device can talk to a fourth device all at the same time, and nobody else hears the communication except the intended recipient. So let's take a look at collision domains now and see if we can count collision domains. Well, do routers separate collision domains? And this is an important point. Yes, not only switches, but routers also separate collision domains. So here we have one collision domain right here. We have another collision domain right here. And we have a third collision domain right here. So we have three collision domains. By the way, we also have three broadcast domains here as well. Let's take a look at the next example then. How many collision domains do we have here? And I've also asked the question, how many broadcast domains do we have? So let's start with our collision domains. Well, we have a domain right here between routers. We'll call that 1. That's one collision domain there. Now, hubs do not separate collision domains. So coming off of this router down here to the hub, this is all one collision domain up until we get to the switch, but the switch does separate collision domains. So I will draw it like this. Say everything right here is part of a collision domain. I also have a collision domain right here. That's my third one. Off of the switch over here, I have a fourth collision domain. It looks like I have one off of the router over here, so this will be a fifth collision domain. Let's take a look on the other side. Between the router and the switch, this is one segment. Remember, switches separate collision domains. So there's number 6. I have one off of the switch here. Every port on a switch is a separate collision domain. I have one right here. So these are collision domains of one, right? Only one device on that domain, on that collision domain. There's 9 there. I have one between the router and the switch here, so that would make number 10. I have one right here off the switch, 11, and one right here off the switch makes 12. So there are 12 collision domains. How about broadcast domains? Let's switch colors here to make it a little bit easier to follow. I'll just choose this green one here. And let's look at broadcast domains. Routers separate broadcast domains. So here it looks like all of this is 1. Looks like this is 2. I have one between routers here, so that's 3. Off of a router here, 4. And then off of the router over here, 5. So I have 5 broadcast, and I have, and let's switch the colors back again, I have 12 collision. So there we have it, 12 collision domains, 5 broadcast domains. It takes a little practice getting used to doing this, but with a little practice you can do it pretty easily. So that's it for collision domains.